50 people at a time, and the first and most important criteria is, do you play well with others? So that's what we do the interview about. We could just ask you, do you play well with others? And the answer is? Yes. Yeah, okay, so it's a lousy question. So instead what we're going to do is pair you with another job candidate, make you do a task for 30 minutes. And the job candidate's job is to make the other candidate look as good as possible, and vice versa. Then you get to do a second exercise with a second person and a third exercise with a third person. And at the end of the night, we're simply going to ask all of our observers who showed the best teamwork. First, #1 criteria for getting into Menlo. We figure if we get people with really good team skills who seem technically competent, we can raise their ability up with our organization.
Actually true. We put it to the test. We simulate our work environment during the interview. We actually put them to work. I think the other broad principle that we apply here is make sure that the interview process gives the candidate as much a chance to evaluate us as a place to work as it is for us to evaluate the candidate.
And I can start to talk about all the amazing productivity gains when you put two people on one computer, particularly two people that have been switched around every week. Well, imagine if you type the wrong codes into a computer and you get it wrong. That error may manifest itself in disastrous ways later. And so very important to catch those mistakes as they're being made. If Ted and Ian are paired at a computer together and Ian's on the keyboard, his job is to think out loud while he's doing the pairing. Ted's job is to ask Ian questions about what he's doing. Ted might point to the screen and say, Ian, why did you do it like that? And Ian might say, boy, good catch, Ted, you're right. That isn't right. And he goes and fixes it and looks over at Ted and says, boy, that was really subtle. I'm surprised you caught that. Ted looks at him and says, Ian, I didn't catch anything. I just asked why you did it that way. Humans are really funny that way. Suddenly when we wake you up out of your stream of consciousness, you see things that you never saw before. And that's what the pair partner gives you.
If we need more done, we can add more people. That's one of the powers of pairing that I get. If I have 4 people working together on a project in 2 pairs and I need to get twice as much done, I will take the 4 of them, split them apart into 4 separate computers, add 4 more people, and suddenly I'm nearly doubling the output.
The greatest single source of job satisfaction is actually getting things done. And here you will see the way we monitor status, the way we self-report our status. There are very explicit points during the course of a day and a week where it is just incredibly obvious that you got something done and that it was recognized as being done.
Menlo Innovations. It is a place that we have crafted to very intentionally create a culture focused on the business value of joy. So the first step in an intentionally joyful culture, I think, is to pick that external mission. Focus on the change you want to have in the world. Now, in order to do that, it's got to be a lot more than just a poster on the wall that you put in every conference room to make sure everybody's reading about joy at Menlo. You have to build it into everything you do. And for us, the way we describe it is we had to change everything. Most organizations don't really spend much time thinking about their culture. People are coming from all over the planet to come visit this space that's in the basement of a parking structure in downtown Ann Arbor, Michigan. And they're coming for a reason. They're coming to see something. What most people are looking for is some lessons around what it takes to build an intentionally joyful culture. Imagine half of my team had joy and the other half didn't. Which half would you want working on your project? We had so many requests for these tours, we realized it was time to share this story with the world in a different way. And that's how the book came to be. The space is flexible. We work 2 to a computer. We assign these pairs. We switch them every 5 working days. The human energy that results from this kind of organization, you can actually feel the joy when you're in the room.